100 days down, 1,000 more to go. Today marks a milestone in Donald Trump's presidency. But what's he accomplished so far and what comes next? Plus, broken buildings force tough decisions.
There's been water falling from the ceilings.
Multiple elementary schools are on the chopping block. Neighborhood News reporter Michaela Chavez is getting mixed reaction from neighbors on the city's south side. Chris 6 News starts now. And we thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Lascano. A president's first 100 days are often the most important. Early in his tenure, a president still has strong public support and lawmakers are willing to cooperate with the new regime. So with Tuesday marking the 100th day in Donald Trump's second term, what has the president accomplished? Trump made a lot of promises on the campaign trail. Some he's kept, some he has fallen short on. He swore to solve inflation, and since his inauguration, inflation has gone down 0.6%. But the Federal Reserve has warned that tariffs will lead to higher prices for imports. Trump also promised peace between Russia and Ukraine, quote, shortly after he won the presidency, unquote. Well, that guarantee fell flat after failed negotiations with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. One thing Trump can claim, he signed more executive orders in his first 100 days than any president in history. So, now that the 100 days has passed, what should we expect from the next 100? Scripps News Group's Joe St. George has a look at what the next few months will look like under President Trump.
The first 100 days of the Trump administration saw a number of historic, consequential, and controversial actions by President Trump. The most executive orders ever by a president, the most injunctions ever issued by the federal judiciary. As we turn the page now to the next 100 days, it just may be defined by the number of deals the White House can negotiate. One area that will impact your family and your family's finances is a debate on Capitol Hill regarding the future of taxes and tax laws. The president and his economic team desperately want a deal regarding tax rates, brackets, credits, and more that could impact the country's tax laws for years to come. Negotiations are picking up in Washington, and the White House would like a bill on the president's desk sometime this summer.
I think there's a very good chance we're going to get this tax bill done, and the tax bill is going to be very powerful for domestic U.S. investment.
Another area regarding possible deals involve trade deals. The White House has hinted that numerous agreements regarding tariffs could be on the horizon, deals the White House ultimately believes will benefit the economy. But so far, nothing has been announced. The president's popularity has suffered in part because of tariffs and the economy. According to the polls in recent weeks, the next 100 days could also be defined by the possibility of international deals. The president promised to end the war between Ukraine and Russia on the campaign trail, and it's an area that the president remains focused on, meeting with President Zelensky of Ukraine while at the Vatican for the funeral of Pope Francis. Oftentimes, however, the biggest issues that confront any president are ones that are unpredictable. The next 100 days expected to be just as unpredictable as the last. Joe St. George, Scripps News Group, Washington.
Well, the case of Paul Villarreal, the 22-year-old suspected of killing 22-year-old Adam Burns, is now heading to trial. According to Burns' family, the plea deal that was set to be offered to Villarreal would have seen him pleading guilty to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which would have included 5 years of deferred adjudication. That means Villarreal would have seen no jail time if he met the conditions of his potential probation. Currently, there is no date set for the trial at this time. Well, I'll tell you, it was a scary start to the day for employees at the Corpus Christi Museum of Science and History. When workers opened the museum's doors at 10 o'clock this morning, they found a suspicious briefcase on the front steps. So, not knowing what was inside, police were called and the building was evacuated. When the CCPD bomb squad opened the briefcase, it wasn't a bomb, it was an old American flag. Turns out a man wanted to donate the artifact, but he didn't want to wait until the museum opened.
The bomb squad that we have here in town is amazing. They train constantly, and what you saw today was the backside of that training. So they did phenomenal. This was not a training exercise. This was the real deal, and it was handled perfectly by our bomb squad.
Well, police say the man who left the briefcase there, left the flag there, will not face any charges. Well, the vote to close 2 CCISD campuses has been tabled for now by the school board. We've reported on the potential closures of Castores and Shannon Estates Elementary Schools for a couple of weeks now. Both buildings are old and in need of expensive repairs. If the plan moves forward, Dawson Elementary would absorb some of the students from Shannon. One Shannon parent tells us the campus already feels crowded and she would consider moving her kids to a private school.
Classes are smaller, they're getting more attention compared to CCISD where they're overfilled with kids.
And with the school choice bill soon to pass in the Texas legislature, other parents could follow suit. Neighborhood News reporter Michaela Chavez has more reaction from the parents on the city's south side.
I'm Michaela Chavez, your neighborhood news reporter at Shannon Estates Elementary, one of 2 CCISD schools that CCISD board members considered shutting down. I spoke with parents and a student to get their thoughts on why the school board considered closing the school. To some, it wasn't shocking news.
I've kind of maybe, rumored that they were thinking, the possibility of it closing.
That's Glenda Cavazos, a grandparent to 3 at Shannon Estates.
10-year-old, 9-year-old, and an 8-year-old.
She takes the kids to school and picks them up every day, but she'd have to figure out a new route that isn't as convenient with a school change.
I live right across the street right here from Eberhard, and I work 2 miles down.
For others, the possibility of the school shutting down came with another feeling: nostalgia.
It's pretty sad because I went to school here and, I just tugged at my heart a little bit more.
Matri Byerly is a member of the Parent-Teacher Association. She also has 3 kids at Shannon and says her kids have mentioned some of the issues at the school.
There's been water falling from the ceilings. There's buckets everywhere on the ground for the water. So even on desk.
Byerly says the possible school closure is understandable if the funds aren't enough to make fixes to the school.
The kids, their immune systems are different. It's hard on them. We want them safe. We need them safe. They're our babies. We got to protect them.
And over at Castores Elementary, parents are sharing similar concerns.
It's literally walking distance from my house. It's going to be very difficult to get my son to a different school.
And also frustration.
Well, it's called wear and tear. We pay taxes every year. Why can't they just replace it or fix it?
And for some, the generational life change is too painful to think about.
What are they going to do with the building? What are they going to do with it? It's going to cost them just as much to take it down, and then where are they going to put all the kids? They're all going to be crowded in other schools. I'm just really, really sad. And if I could go protest, I would.
The CCISD vote has been tabled for now, but we'll continue bringing you updates as we get more information. Reporting on the South Side, I'm Michaela Chavez, Chris 6 News.
Michaela, thanks for that report. Well, as we move toward May, windy weather and high temperatures persist. For more on our conditions, we welcome meteorologist Julia Quady. First of all, I was going to bring a bunch of people out here to sing happy birthday to you, but I thought due to time constraints, we've got to move on. Anyway, belated happy birthday to you. What's in the weather for us today?
Thank you so much. Yeah, so we got muggy conditions. It's windy all throughout the coastal bend. Seeing those wind gusts going upwards around 40 miles an hour or more. And we also got some rain potentially on the way for the later half of our forecast, heading towards the latter half of this week specifically. But right now, let's go and take a look at our CC Skycam over at Snoopy's Pier. We can see a mixture of that sunshine coming in with those clouds that we've been seeing pretty much throughout the majority of our afternoon. Couple peaks of that sunshine along with those blue skies for us this afternoon. But even with that sunshine, along with those humid conditions, that's what's added towards those warmer conditions that we're feeling right now at this moment. So we can see those temperatures for the most part sitting towards the lower 80s around our coast, but going further inland, starting to approach those upper 80s to low 90s for those actual air temperatures. But our feel like temperatures across the area, it's going to be feeling towards the upper 80s or the lower 90s because of that added moisture and humidity in the area from those southeasterly winds that have been going by at a pretty fast pace, upwards around 25 miles an hour throughout most of our coastal neighborhoods. But again, that humidity is going to lead towards our rain chances with the cold front that's going to pass through this week. And more details on that coming up.
Julia Quady will look forward to that. The Holly Road Train Trestle to Tourism Trail Project cleared its final hurdle at today's City Council meeting. Council approving an ordinance that allows the city to use interest earned from ARPA funds to pay for the design cost. In 2023, the city was awarded a $13 million grant to transform an old train trestle into a shared-use bike and walk path across the Oso Bay. Just over $1 million was still needed for the design work. Now, construction's expected to be completed by 2027. From Purple Hearts to Patriots, stick around for a revival of an old tradition and the debut of a new one, all in the name of our local veterans. That is coming up next.
Veterans in Focus, sponsored by the Heil Law Firm. Battling for justice, winning for the community.
Plans to open a Purple Heart exhibit are progressing. And today we have a better idea of what it's going to look like. As you may know, I've been keeping an eye on this project since it was first announced back in January. Organizers say the exhibit is still on track to open August 8th at the Corpus Christi Museum of Science and History. Right now, the exhibit is in the design phase. The photo on the left shows the space they're working with, and I used AI to generate the photo on the right to create a concept based on the vision they provided. Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 598, says they'll be including a series of interactive kiosks that will serve as a permanent archive, sharing the stories of Purple Heart veterans from our region. Each kiosk will allow visitors to dig deeper into the personal experience of these heroes. And for families who want to learn more about their loved ones, they'll be able to search for them by name. Another big feature of the exhibit is a rotating display that will honor Purple Heart veterans from every era of conflict. Now, there is still time to contribute. If you have a Purple Heart story or name to submit, just head to our website. And as you know, folks, we have been committed to sharing stories of Purple Heart recipients from our neighborhoods every single month. So for this week's Veterans in Focus, I'll introduce you to John Postgate, an Air Force veteran who shows us what it was like to fly into danger just hundreds of feet above combat. That story is at 6 tonight. From the studio, I'm Michelle Hoffman, KRIS 6 News.
All right, now taking it outside of our Skycam atop over SPID, because the Skycam is a little bit shaky because of strong winds coming from the southeast. Focusing on your traffic flow, things are looking a bit busy, but still decent flow happening in both directions there on SPID at the moment. Let's go and take a look at the rest of traffic flow maps to get a better idea we can expect on other roadways. And we're pulling over to the Harbor Bridge in both directions, looking at pretty easy driving conditions. Moving now towards downtown, all clear on Ocean Drive. A bit of a mixture, some sticky spots throughout portions of SPID, but for the most part looking pretty good. Same thing happening on Saratoga at this moment. Heading on over to Flower Bluff, a bit of a mixture of medium slow speeds that you will encounter on Waldron Road. Just a little bit of a snag happening on Flower Bluff Drive, but all clear on the JFK Causeway. That's it for Traport, with details your forecast after the break. Hey there, good afternoon and welcome back. I'm meteorologist Julia Quady. Got a mixture of some sunshine and some clouds for us throughout this afternoon. And we do expect that cloud cover to continue to build as we head towards this evening. Right now, taking a look at our Whataburger Skycam over Whataburger Field, getting a bit of the full picture of that passing cloud cover, only allowing for just a couple small glimpses of that blue sky and the sunshine that's going to remain to be the case for us as we end our day for us on this Tuesday. Looking at that temperature and feel like temperatures, we can see things are still warm and muggy across the area, adding towards why things are going to be feeling a bit warmer throughout some areas compared to others. Of course, along the coast, we're going to see only a bit of a smaller discrepancy between our feel like temperatures and our air temperatures. Here in Corpus Christi, sitting at 83 degrees, feeling like 88. Over Robstown, sitting at 84, but it feels like 90 still. And over in Kingsville, you guys are having that same effect with your air temperature sitting at 84 degrees, but it feels like 90 when you step outside your door. Looking at our dew point values kind of somewhat explains that picture of why things are feeling so much hotter than they actually are in terms of that difference from our air temperatures towards our feel like temperatures. All across the coastal bend, we're looking at that oppressive range for our dew point values. So that's, of course, depicting how much moisture is currently in our atmosphere. The more moisture, the more humidity, the higher we're going to see an increase as it relates towards our feel like temperatures. And that's all due towards those southeasterly winds that have been going at a pretty fast pace for us today. And that's kind of been continuing since this past weekend, seeing those winds going upwards around 25 miles an hour for our sustained winds. Still nearby that here in Corpus Christi with our winds clocking at 24 miles an hour, 22-mile-an-hour winds over in the Bluff and NES Corpus Christi. But again, those are sustained winds. Wind gusts, those are going closely nearby 40 miles an hour for us this afternoon, but thankfully those will start to take a bit of a dip for us later on tonight into the overnight hours, seeing those drop towards around 30, maybe up to 28, 26 mile an hour wind gusts at that point overnight. But then we will start to see those increase for us yet again for us tomorrow by midday and heading towards the afternoon, going back upwards around 36, maybe again approaching around 45 mile an hour winds gusts for us by tomorrow afternoon. But here's what else you can expect for your forecast for us this week. We'll continue to see a mixture of some sunshine and clouds for us, but again, it's not going to stop at all. The warm up in our temperatures still reaching towards the mid to upper 80s at the very least. We'll still be looking at windy and muggy conditions at least lasting through the first half of our work week as well. So that's just going to tie towards that moisture and humidity that we're going to continue to contend with in the forecast. But also we got a cold front that's going to pass on over the area on the latter half of this week, heading towards your weekend, and that moisture interacting with that cold front, that's what's going to give us our rain chances of seeing some showers, even some thunder showers passing on through later on this week too. But focusing first on the wind forecast, we can see things will remain to be on that heavy breezy side for us today and tomorrow on our Wednesday. So to see a small drop off towards our wind speeds decreasing to around 20 mile an hour tops on our Thursday and our Friday. But with all this moisture and humidity, it is going to increase our heat risk for us a bit. So all across the coastal bend tomorrow, we'll be looking at a majority of us under that moderate zone, and with that orange color that you can see on the map, adding towards a little bit more of a heat risk that's going to be related towards that extra bit of moisture and humidity that's going to continue to build. But again, it's going to solve a positive purpose for us with that cold front that's going to pass on through in the latter half of this week. So we'll see a bit of a break coming in with those windy conditions and isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms into the weekend.
You're watching Chris 6, part of the Scripps News Group.
So the new CEO of Visit Corpus Christi was introduced at today's City Council meeting. Her name, Brooke Kaufman, took over the position on April 15th and has hit the ground running, as they say. Kaufman's from South Dakota, so you know she loves our city's beaches and tourism opportunities.
Our community understands tourism, they value tourism, they support it, we've got good partnerships. So when you have the infrastructure built around that visitor economy, it's very easy to do things then that help drive that next iteration of growth.
Kaufman mentioned building relationships with stakeholders, increasing group sales, and growing the Sports Commission as some early goals. Corpus Christi's Fire Chief Brandon Wade now has a bigger and better title. Governor Greg Abbott reappointed Wade to the Texas Commission on Fire Protection. His new job, or new position now, requires him to review curriculum and training for fire departments across Texas. Says he's grateful for the opportunity to set standards of fire protection in Texas.
On subcommittee. It's very humbling in my position. When you come up from a firefighter in the fire service, you don't always think that you're going to serve on a commission that helps set the standards for our firefighters in the state. So I'm very humbled, very proud, and have been very well supported by the city management and the leadership to take this role.
Chief Wade says that Corpus Christi is prepared to provide quality emergency care services for neighbors. Well, let's take a look at some of our sky cams. It's another absolutely beautiful day here in the Coastal Bend. Stay right where you're at. We're going to look at your 7-day forecast with Julia Quady coming up next. Well, again, happy birthday to you.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm actually surprised to see you here because I know you like to laugh and have a lot of fun, so I'm surprised your voice is still working today.
My voice is still intact.
Yeah?
Don't put my business out there, Andy.
No, not at all. She's a blast to be around. There's no question about it.
Thank you. You know, it's also going to be a blast our weather this week.
Okay,
honestly,
come on.
Like, I mean, you know me, I don't complain about humidity. I don't mind about those warmer temperatures, but we will have to contend with some strong gusty winds that are going to last at least until Thursday. They'll have that cold front that's going to pass on through, ushering in that shower activity, isolated scattered showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder. It's going to come on in. It's going to last throughout the weekend.
So, like, those scattered showers will be here consistently through the end of the week, or just hit and miss?
Widespread. Well, a lot of us will see that shower activity.
Somebody will get something.
We're going to get something.
All right. Sounds good. Hey, thanks for joining us for Chris 6 News at 5. Come back and join us again for